Hello, my name is Lizbeth Ayala, and this is my Extra Credit podcast. I will begin referencing Woody Allen's movie, Midnight in Paris, which I highly recommend to all art lovers. In this film, Woody Allen references many of my favorite artists, such as Salvador Dali and Edgar Degas. In his search to write an exceptional screenplay alongside Ernest Hemingway. Anyway, enough about the movie. Now let's move on to the artworks. One of my favorites would have to be Salvador Dali. His surrealist style is captivating and brings forth a lot of creativity and imagination. I like to compare Tim Burton to Salvador Dali, because both of them use color and depth to bring out a scenery, and you must admit they both have similar quirky qualities. My favorite painting is by Salvador Dali by far is The Persistence of Memory. I love his use of light and space to create the dimensions between the foreground and the background. I also like the way he used curved lines to accentuate the clocks, which represent what is left in the unconscious realm. Hopefully, I get to see it next month when I go to the MoMA. I just can't wait because it's one of my favorites. Now, moving on to Edgar Degas. One of my favorites would have to be The Dancers, Pink and Green. It's an oil on canvas with rich textures. He uses pastels to create the piece using a series of brush strokes and his fingers to create a textured surface, which clearly separates the dancers from their dresses and creates the depth in the background to give it more of a realistic feel. Now, moving on from painting to photography. Ansel Adams is by far one of the most renowned photographers. The use of space in his photographs is remarkable. In this photograph here, he uses his depth of field to show the different textures and dimensions, giving you a real interpretation of the landscape. His photographs were always three-dimensional and never flat. He used the depth and proper color balance to separate the foreground from the background. Another one of my favorites would have to be Annie Leibovitz. She's someone who I admire deeply and was made famous by her beautiful portraits of celebrities for magazines such as Rolling Stone and Vanity Fair. I like the way that she uses colors and her creativity to bring out the best in people. For instance, in the one with John Lennon and his wife, it's just very beautiful, and it was actually the last picture that John Lennon took before he was murdered. And that's actually one of my favorites because I'm a big Lennon fan. But anyway, that is all I have for today. Thank you for tuning in.